Hi guys, it's Shami. So I have a quick and easy DIY for you guys today. It might not be that quick, but it will be easy. Um, excuse me. So today I was shopping at Hobby Lobby, and I went there and I was looking at Tim Holtz and kind of what they had available, and they had these little tiles that had letters on them. So I said, well, you know, they were like $5 a bag, maybe 6. And I said, well, I bet I can make those at home. So we're going to make some word tiles. So what I have here is just a piece of packaging. This is from a set of stencils that I got, and I'm just going to cut it down into inch squares. And then I have a DecoArt stencil that has letters on it. They're all caps, but that's what we're going to use. They're actually the perfect size to go on the tiles, and I will put a link below to Amazon so you can purchase this stencil if you want to. And then I also have these wonderful papers. They are the Decoupage papers from Americana from DecoArt. So we're going to use those as a quick background because the Tim Holtz ones do have really cool backgrounds. So we're going to make some really cool backgrounds too. And I do have some gesso in case I need to kind of bring back the design a little bit. It's Americana DecoArt. It's from their media line. And then I'm going to use DecoArt's traditional black paint. Okay. So that's kind of everything that I'm going to use. I have some scissors too, and then I have my wonderful paper cutter, okay, that was given to me by one of my wonderful subscribers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our packaging, okay, and I'm going to work up here if I can, and I'm just going to cut this into an inch strip, okay. First, oops, let me bring that over. So I'm just going to line it up. And you can make your letter tiles as big as you want, you know, but just make sure you have a stencil that kind of matches. Oops, and I should probably go over that again. Didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. Let's just kind of go here, make sure it's kind of lined up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just so that it's lined up a little. And many times, you know, we go into stores and we're tempted to buy stuff, but lots of this stuff we can really make ourselves. I mean, there's no reason why we can't. Okay, so there's one. Let's do another one. And they're great because you can add them to your projects, and I'm just going over this plenty of times. It's a really good sharpener, but this is pretty heavy cardboard, so righty, and then I'm going to do an inch this way too. So I have it's inch wide and an inch in length too. So inch squares. So everything's an inch. That makes sense. So inch. That's all you have to remember. So it's very easy. If you didn't have a paper cutter, you could absolutely just cut these out, measure them, use your ruler, and cut them out. So there's another inch square, or a little tile I should say, because they're little word tiles. Okay, and that's all we're going to do, guys. It's that simple. And it's great, you know, when you're doing an art journal page because you can just kind of come up with your own words. And these were about the size that the Tim Holtz ones were too. So we are going to make some little tiles. Okay, so once we have that done, you can cut out as many as you want. Just use old packaging, as I said. Now, it's up to you. You can use paints if you want. You don't have to use the papers, but I really love the pattern. So I'm going to use a couple of these, and I'll probably paint some too. Just to let you know, this is going to be a longer video. So we'll do both. Ooh, okay. And I just love these Decoupage papers. They're really cool. I just want to open them so that I can stick them back in the package. And they come with so many different designs, and I've been aching to use them, but they're kind of a precious thing, so, or at least for me, you know, because they're so cool. The patterns are so cool, so I've been like, oh, I can use them on this, and I'm like, no, they're too precious, they're too precious, but yeah, they're really fun to use. And of course, it opens up better than this. I'm just doing a lousy job right now. There we go. And you can use these in so many different ways. They're really pretty, and you get, you know, a big long sheet for the price. But I'm kind of in love with this pattern. So we'll do kind of these 3 patterns. How about? Okay, and I'm going to just kind of set that aside. Give myself some room here. Okay, so first I'm going to cut out some of this letter, some of this one, and I'm just roughly cutting around what I think the size will be. Okay, we can do the same thing here. So I just take it, turn it over, kind of measure it a little bit, and I don't want to leave like a lot of excess because I don't want to waste this beautiful paper. So just kind of go around, and I don't have to worry about the back of these letter tiles. Excuse me, because I am going to glue them onto my art journal pages or whatever projects are on a canvas, so you can really customize these to whatever project you're doing. Okay, I'm just going to take it and go around. And it's really a lightweight paper. It definitely has a heavier weight than tissue paper. So they are, but they go on really easily and smooth. Okay, so now we have that part done. We are going to take our Decoupage glue, again DecoArt's or Decou-page glue, okay, and we're going to go in and brush it. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and brush over the top of the tile too. Just like that. And then I'll just set that aside to dry. It won't take that long. Let's do the same thing here. And I think we're going to paint some of these too. I want to show you guys a bunch of variety too. So we're going to paint too. We're going to do both. Paint it and stick it on there. Just so I can show you the difference. But I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but you know, it's totally worth it. And like I said, you can customize them for whatever project you're doing. Sometimes we're kind of quick to buy things, and it's like, if you think about it, you can probably make that yourself. I mean, there's some stuff, you know, you can't make yourself, but little word tiles and stuff, little embellishments, for the most part, we can figure those out and make them ourselves. Save a few bucks. Save the $6 for something else, right? Very good. We'll go ahead and take that down. And I'm just going to kind of stick that down a little bit. And this is my Decoupage in matte, but you could use whatever you wanted. And I'm just going to tear this. I love this one with the script. It's so pretty. And you could even use book pages. But I am just going to use this one because it's so pretty. Go ahead and go through there. And I would just do the whole alphabet, and then that way you have lots of choices for the words that you want to use. You know, just cut out a bunch of these little squares and do an assembly line, and you can make your own little cute little word tiles. There we go. Just like that. Alrighty. Okay. Let's maybe do one more since I think this will fit. Ooh, actually it won't, but we're going to experiment a little bit. And I mean, I really love like the craft paper look, so I mean, you could even just do these without even decoupaging anything and then just stencil them with paint. That would work too. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this project. And as I said, DecoArt has so many different of those types of papers that you can use. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different varieties. It's really cool. They have some really cool ones, like that one, which is like a Moroccan theme one, and then this one is tribal. So they're really pretty. They have a bunch of really cool patterns. Okay, now let's do some paint. Okay, so I'm going to just put this on a card here. Oops. Not that card, that's water paper. That's expensive paper. We don't use that as a palette, do we? Okay, and let's do a little bit of purple. So this one is Americana DecoArt's Deep Periwinkle. I really love this color. And then this is Citron Green Americana DecoArts. Okay, let's grab a paintbrush here. And very quickly, and without thinking about it, we're just going to go ahead and paint over these. And if you wanted to, you could add stencils, you could add a little bit of a background. Right, so that one's painted. Okay. I'm just going to clean off my brush a little bit here. That way I can go right into my green. I'll wet it a little bit though. Okay, let's go into our green. So we can go right into our green. And if you wanted to, if you wanted the color to be super saturated, you know, you could do multiple layers and that kind of thing. You know, you could go over it again like that. So let's paint up the rest of these guys. We'll leave a couple blank though, because I want to show you how they look if you don't paint them. Oops. So I just want to show you that you can customize it. You know, you can make it your own. Okay, maybe I'll paint this one too. I'm going back and forth. Okay, alrighty. Okay, there we go. Stick that in our thing there. These are pretty much dry. See how quick that came together? And I'm doing this in real time. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go around the edges. Just kind of clean it up a little bit. Oops, and hopefully my hands don't have paint on them, because I don't think Citron Green would look very fabulous on these little tiles. Right? Okay, just like that. Alrighty. So you just cut it so it's around there like that. And cardboard is just one of those wonderful materials, you know, that we don't realize all the fabulous things we can do with. Just like that. So yeah, we're just going to trim around the edges a little bit of a couple of these. I won't make you watch all of them, but and we'll see. I'm going to stencil with the black and see if you can see it. If you can't, you can just make a wash of gesso just to kind of bring back the pattern a little bit so your letter pops. Yeah, and that would work fine. So it's up to you. And if you wanted to, you could seal the letter with your Mod Podge or your Decoupage glue, or with your Decoupage glue, and glossy. Alrighty, just like that. But I love using the DecoArt's Triple Thick, so that's probably what I'll sew mine with. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get to stenciling here. So we're going to use our same little palette here, just like that. And again, this is the DecoArt's traditional paints, which is an artist grade paint. And let me grab a sponge here, a little makeup sponge. Very good. We can use that one and maybe this one too. I always take a couple out. Okay, just like that. Alrighty, and I'm going to bring you guys in just a little bit here. Let's maybe start with this one. And we can do our A. Okay, so I just have my A lined up right on the tile. And I'm going to take away most of the paint, and then I'm just going to go in and sponge it on. Right? And I have a little tile that says A. Okay? Little word tile. Okay? And I can do the same thing here. So let's do B. And as I said, you can customize these. So you're going to hold your stencil really tight and then just do an up and down motion. Okay? Just like that. So there's my B, which you can see. Actually better than I thought you would be able to. Very cool. And then if you didn't necessarily want to do the Decoupage papers, which I love, then you could absolutely just do the regular color of your cardboard. And that one looks really cool too. So it's up to you, whatever you want. And I should have went over more, so it's a little bit off, but let's turn it over. You want to kind of get it centered, which I did not do. So that looks about centered, okay? Anyway, squirt out just a little bit more paint here. And up and down motion. Perfect. So there's a C. So you could make a bunch that look like that too. And then let's do the painted one. So this is the periwinkle. Love that one. We'll do a nice big D. So again, we're going to take off most of it. And we're going to go in and oops, and you see I loaded too much paint on there. Darn. So I'll just paint the back. So it's not that big of a deal, but you want to make sure that you remove most of the paint, which I did not do. I got a little lazy there. So let's go in and we want to hold that stencil nice and tight, which I did not do either. And hopefully we'll have a better result. Oh, a little bit. That one's kind of hard, isn't it? The D. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to get this D right. Okay, let's see. So I have a little bit of paint on my brush here, and I am going to stick down this stencil really, really good. And I'm going to leave it there. All right, that's better. So that looks like a D. All right. So I just repainted over them because it was like, okay, what's going on here? Okay, so let's do an E. Let's do an E on the painted surface. Okay, hopefully I didn't add too much paint there. There's an E. Let's try the D again, because that one is not perfectly perfect like I want it to be. Maybe I'll actually put my hand in that center part. Maybe that will help. Which is very awkward, but girls got to do what a girl's got to do, right? That's better. That's much better. Okay. And then we can keep going. I mean, this is so cool. Let's do, I haven't done one of these. Let's see how these work. So you'll just go down your alphabet, and then you'll end up with beautiful little word tiles that you can use, or letter tiles. I keep saying word tiles, but you could absolutely make them into words too. Now you see with that one that the black kind of blends in a little bit, so that one I should have gessoed a little bit, but that's okay. We'll work it out. You can still know, and then you can Yeah, it still looks like an F though, so I think we're okay. Okay, let's do the G on this one. But as you can see, you can do the entire alphabet, and then you have these little, oops, that one did not work out well. And what we could do, because this is actually coated with the Deco-page glue, is if I can get out a baby wipe, we can wipe it away quickly. And we can start again. That's kind of the good thing about having down your Deco-page glue, is that you can, if you catch it, you can wipe it away really quick. And again, I used too much paint, but we're going to go through and get rid of some of it. Make sure it's on there nice. We can go in and gently do it. So there's my G. So as you can see, you can just make a whole bunch of these. It's so fun. Okay, and I will show you how to lighten the background if you need to. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a lingering sickness going on here, but we're gonna get through this. So there's, I'm just gonna wipe my brush here. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go in and wipe it back a little bit with my paint, and then I can go in with a baby wipe and just dab it out. And it just creates a little bit of a whitewash. Kind of washes out the design so that it's really going to pop when I put it on there. And it's going to be in the background. Okay? So you could do that too, if you have kind of a crazy pattern. Okay? But they're so cute, and I love them, and I really hope that you give this project a try. I think you'll love it. And you could, I mean, just make a word. Like, I'm trying to think of a word that I can make. I don't know. Cage. See? Really easy. And I can just add that on my art journal page. I can ink around the edges on these. There's so much that I can do with them. I could give them dimension if I add like a liquid glass or a glossy accent on top. Liquid glass is really cool because it pops off and gives you dimension. You could use your triple thick, which I'm trying to see if I add any here. Which I don't. Not right now. But you could, you could use triple thick and make it pop off too. Give it like a little coating or a little cool like finish that's kind of 3D and glossy. You could spray them with an acrylic sealer. I mean, there's a ton of things that you can do. You can alter them however you like. So this is just a fun, simple way. Hopefully I inspired you to start looking at products in a new way. Start thinking about how you can make them yourself. I will have a link to everything that I use for this tutorial in the description box. So if you want to buy, the DecoArt stencil or the Deco-page glue or whatever, I will link it below, or the Decoupage papers, Deco-page papers. You can do those. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you later. Have a wonderful day. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you make these, I would love if you sent me a picture. They're so fun and so simple to make. And again, the dimensions are 1 inch by 1 inch, so it's super simple, but you can change that depending on how big the letters of your stencils are. But I think that this would be great just on a little art journal page. You could just use the little tiles, just like you do the Tim Holtz ones that you pay $6 for, and literally these cost pennies to make, and that's dry. So let me stencil this one so you can see really quick what I mean when I say that it's wash back. Okay, I have a little bit of paint on there. Hopefully it's enough to get this stenciled. Alrighty. See? So see, I wash back the background so then the letter pops. So you can still kind of see the design, but it's not as, up in your face like this one. See the difference? Can you see that? Okay. And you can clearly see the letter, so you could do that too. Yeah, but really fun, super easy project, and I hope you give it a try. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you want any of the products that you see here, check out the links below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.